say it, and I don't.
Oh, like and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. I don't judge them for it, but it is cringe.
But when I watch and then they go, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm like, oh, thanks. But then to actually say it, I'm like, I can't say it. I think it's because it's only real YouTubers say that, and I'm not a real YouTuber, so I'm like,
it's not me now.
Thanks for watching this video that, you know, I almost feel like I'm a burden. You know? Sorry for you being here again. Sorry you've arrived at my YouTube again. You've come here, you've clicked the video. I'm sorry that I'm annoying you.
You're insane.
But that's what I think. I'm not like, hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, because I'm like, sorry, it's me again. Are you disappointed? That's legit how my brain works.
It's so like nonsensical. There's like no logic tied into that at all.
I just hope you can hear us over the sound of the car. Otherwise, this is all for naught.
It's all for naught.
So we're going on a special. I'll bring it closer just in case you can't hear me. We're going on a special date.
Whoop whoop.
I don't. Are you okay if I tell the story of how it came about?
Yeah, you can.
It's like a massive ask really. But last week I said to James, I was like, I feel like I'm in the mood to get dressed up pretty and be taken out on a date. I want to be taken. I said I don't want to organise it because we go out a lot, but I'm typically the one who organises it. And I said I don't want to organise it. I just want you to treat me. I want to feel like a proper treated wifey princess, please. And I said my mum's got the kids on Tuesday, so there you go. And then I said I don't want to know. I want it to be a surprise and stuff. And then I went out and I bought a nice outfit, which I'll try and show it better later, but obviously I'm sat in the car. So then we kept it a secret until he said, yep, all booked. And I said, okay, can I know now, please? Because for me, I love a surprise if I don't know anything. But even then, I don't think I do. It's too much. I don't like let's face facts. I don't like surprises. But if James discussed it with me when he was organising, then I probably couldn't help myself but be like, oh, but what about this? Oh, but what about that? Or should we do this instead? Or what have you thought about this? I can't help myself. So I was like, please just organise everything without me, and then tell me at the end, basically, once you've done it all. So he said, it's all booked. I said, can you tell me now, please? And I'll tell you now, I'll let you in. You've been waiting minutes. 3.5 minutes this has been going on for.
That's a long time.
I haven't told you what we're doing yet. So, we're going for afternoon tea at the top. Do you know what? It's probably going to be in the title.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
They've got to this point, and the title.
No, the title could just be like fancy date or something. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be the content of the date.
Yeah, but it's kind of clickbait, isn't it? If I'm like afternoon tea at the top of Spinnaker Tower.
No, if you really wanted to do clickbait, you'd never believe what we did for our date.
Oh, that's true.
This man used these secret hacks to get me to have a good time.
Alright.
Do you know what I mean?
Changing the tone completely now.
That's clickbait.
Secret hacks to help my wife have a good time.
Literally, that's like a clickbait title, you know?
Yeah, I know. So anyway, we're going for afternoon. We've waited 4.5 minutes now.
Single men hate him.
Single men hate him?
Like me, for like.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know, that's normally what it is. It's like the tax man hates this trick because you get to save a lot of money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, can I tell them that?
No.
No.
I'm going to keep waffling.
We're going for afternoon tea at the top of the Spinnaker Tower. And then we're going to go to the cinema. And then we're going out for dinner. But what was really mad about the cinema as well is that I said to James a few weeks ago, I really want to watch this film. I think it's on Amazon. It's called Good luck to you, Leo Grande, and we wrote it down so like we wouldn't forget to sit down and watch it. And then James was scrolling through the cinema listings, and then good luck to you, Leo Grande was on the cinema listings, so I didn't even know it was in the cinema. So it's afternoon tea at the Spinnaker Tower, which is like amazing, and then a film that I wanted to go see, and then round it off with a nice dinner out.
Should be swell.
Yeah, and he's checked, and there's vegan afternoon tea it is as well. So,
yeah.
And then obviously vegan stuff at the dinner. I don't think we're going to want any popcorn today.
I always want popcorn.
I know, but we're going to have afternoon tea and then out for dinner. You think you're going to fit popcorn in as well?
I love popcorn.
Well, let me show you my bag. I've got it in my bag, and it's so pretty. I got it for my birthday. I haven't used it yet because I don't want to ruin it like on a day out with the kids. It's like my special, it's so funny because it's a Winnie the Pooh bag, but I'm like, no, it's my special occasion bag. I use it when the kids aren't around. Driving in my car, going very far, driving by the seat of my car.
Toot toot.
Vroom vroom.
Toot toot.
Driver. It's going to be an absolute waste of our time if you can't hear us on this video.
We'll be able to hear us. Be fine. Be fine.
Okay. Let's see if I can do a cool transition. I bet I won't be able to. Right, ready? I'm going to try and like pan up, and then the next clip I'll pan up and it will be the Spinnaker Tower.
Oh, do it.
Should we try it?
Hang on.
No, that's not going to work.
Is it good?
Ham and cheese I had.
It's just ham. That's just cheese.
Oh, sorry, did I take the only ham and cheese?
No, I'm sure there's others. Oh, you look so fancy.
High tea.
High tea? Oh, yes.
Doesn't look so fancy.
Oh, I wasn't expecting it.
Wait for me to sip some.
Yes. Even if it's scalding hot.
There you
Oh, that's such a satisfying
Did you hear
noise.
mine?
Yeah.
We don't have to have the jam and cream argument.
We've got
Anymore.
like a jam spread.
Well, I think just because we're vegan now, we don't have to. Do you do jam or cream? No, jam.
Just jam. But which first?
No, jam.
Just jam, thank you. Thank you. Just jam, thank you very much. Much obliged.
Oh, you're going to sandwich it?
Should I not?
I eat mine in 2 halves.
Alright. I'll follow your lead. You're going to have a thick layer of jam. That's the key. It's the tricky stuff. Or scones. I've said both so far. Scone? Scone?
I don't know.
Ready?
Now my eyes are quite red. But the words, when they say,
You are gorgeous. Keep going. That's it. Skippy. You beauty. Hard to tell.
Currently wondering if this was actually a customs house. It's called the Old Customs House. I think it was.
I think it was too. I reckons.
Again, I feel self-conscious vlogging in public, but nobody cares.
No one cares.
Would I look at someone and go, "Oh, look at that idiot vlogging in public"? No.
Yeah, especially like these days, it's just like it's a thing, isn't it?
I know, but I still feel like
10 years ago it might have been a bit weird. 20 years ago it would have been weird, you know.
Yeah, but I still feel a bit funny about it. Like we're about to walk past a group on a table, and I'm like.
Self-conscious.
The thing is, I stopped talking. I'm still holding the camera, and they're like, "Why are they filming themselves walking in
when
silence?"
they're not even talking.
I can't help but look up here.
Oh
here.
yeah.
Camera's here. So we just come out from the cinema to see Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. I'm gonna say, because I was gonna be like, oh, I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but I think I'm gonna say spoiler alert, and then we can just talk freely.
Oh, if you like.
Do you think? Well, a little bit.
Yeah, go on then. Well, why don't you say spoiler-free stuff now, and then go
and then
into
I'll
the
go
spoilers.
spoiler alert. So we really liked it.
It was really good.
I really
good.
liked
very
the,
powerful, very moving.
I really liked.
Quite funny.
Yeah. The dialogue was pretty good, wasn't it? Because it's a lot of dialogue. Like
it was excellent, actually. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. But like, if the dialogue wasn't good, then that film would have been awful.
No. Well, Emma Thompson's brilliant.
She's fantastic.
There wasn't like many scene changes or anything, so it's actually quite intense dialogue. That is the film. Is intense dialogue. But yeah, at first it took me a few minutes to get used to it. I think the first 10 minutes I kind of watched like this. And because I'm just not a very good person at being social, even watching it, I'm like, ugh!
Uncomfortable.
But then I soon forgot it and got well into it, because the thing is as well, is the first 2 minutes the characters are really uncomfortable.
Yes. And
then they relax, so I actually felt myself relax. That's quite funny, isn't it? I think it really broke some stigma of sex working, and I think it really broke some there was a boundary issue, and I don't think they dealt. It's difficult because if they dealt with.
Go spoilers now.
If they dealt spoilers. If they dealt, there was a no, because I think if there's a boundary issue, that's not a spoiler.
I think now is where you want to be able to talk freely.
Okay, so spoiler alert. I think that if there was the fact, or maybe I'll tell you what I'll try and do. What I will do is I'm going to say spoiler alert, and then I'm going to put a time clip up here, and I'll say skip to this point to get past the spoilers.
Where? Just.
I'll put it here.
There.
That will be the timestamp, and I'll say skip to this point, and then you'll get past all the spoilers.
You're very smart.
I know. And then you can watch the end of the video without being spoiled.
Yep.
So, what was I saying?
About the boundary issues.
Oh yeah, so there was a boundary issue. So I can talk freely now. So there was a
Yes.
boundary issue, and I don't think that they shouldn't have overcome it in the way that they did. But if they hadn't have done, then there wouldn't be an end to the film.
Yeah.
So they had to overcome the boundary issue, which they did in the best way possible, with a lot of communication and stuff. But I do feel like that boundary...
I don't think it's beyond the realm of plausibility, considering how communicative the two main characters
That's what I
were.
was... Yeah, but even
I don't
still,
think it was unrealistic.
I think Leo said, you have crossed like a serious boundary there, and that's the thing with the communication, is that she did cross a huge boundary, and like I would be really upset if someone did that to me, and I would probably cut off communication. I'd be like, no, that's it, we're done, which he tried to do. Anyway, they overcome it because
and then he came in and opened up. And that's that
was the thing. Yeah, he then came back and was like, oh, you want to know about my life story? Here you go. I think
the thing with that is, there is the whole thing, it's a film, you need to have that moving forward. But I think also, you see his front cracked.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, before that.
Yeah,
and you see him slip. And so, and then he's getting frustrated because he can't find his phone. So yeah, for him to break down and then open up, I don't think it's
realistic. Yeah, it's realistic, but I just don't think that people should expect it still.
No. Okay.
I would still worry that without the end bit, and people
a lot of time when people feel like you've abused their trust or overstepped a boundary, that's when they'll close up.
Yeah, not even that, but I mean as a sex worker and a client, I don't want anyone, because if they don't fully understand the end of the film and how they communicated to get to that point, I don't want them to think, oh, I'm going to find out who they really are, but it's okay because we'll break through a boundary, we'll be friends, we'll get past it. But in the film, obviously, there's a fourth meeting and she says this should be it. There's no, and that's what I was going to say as well, what I really liked about the film. It's like, oh, Pretty Woman kind of didn't really break the stigma of sex working. It made it dirty, and then she was rescued and taken on this fairy tale ending. The end of it is Leo walking down the street, having finished his meeting with her, to pursue the rest of his career. To not be rescued by her and they go off and live, and they're never friends again, they never meet again. So it's like, I actually really liked that, because even though they broke a boundary, they repaired it.
It doesn't put some...
It's not like they're going to be friends for life now.
No. It puts them in the right categories of who they are to each other. Yeah, and then they end on the right terms, and then they both go their separate ways and live their lives. And they've had a positive part of their life, you know. Exactly. From it, yeah, so I really appreciated the ending like that. And the bit at the end when she's naked and looking at herself in the mirror, and she's loving herself and she smiles. Or not, I don't know if she's loving herself or she's learning. Accepting herself. She's progressing, and that made me emotional. I actually welled up quite a lot at that. I got like, it's like the last scene and I was just like, oh my gosh. Because men as well, and I like that it does touch on, we've spoken about this privately, but like amongst ourselves, that it does touch along amongst the male self-esteem issues with being chiseled and being good looking, and then do you want me for anything other than my body? But then obviously women do feel a lot of, well, I suppose men do as well, but as you get older, women are supposed to be attractive always, and then as you get older, you're not attractive anymore. So for her to look in the mirror and and do you know what I loved as well? Is that her first, just make sure there's no one around. Go on. Her say it loud. No, I'm not going to say it loud. There's someone walking past. Well, just wait. Don't say it. Don't. I don't even know what you're going to say. Okay, unfortunately. Cool. I would've. What I love and adore, and I don't know if you picked up on it, was that her first orgasm was by herself. Oh no, I did like that, yeah. It wasn't like Leo, this wonderful, magnificent beast, gave her her first orgasm and showed her pleasure. Like, she did that by herself, with his help to achieve love for herself. And but she did it by herself for the first time, without him there. Like, he was there, but he wasn't there. And I just think that was beautiful. Yeah, it was very touching, connected to herself. It was very important that it was like that. If he'd have done that for her, and he'd have left, then maybe she wouldn't have had that connection. So I thought that was, the whole film was brilliant. It was really, really good. Yeah. Highly recommend. Yeah, you should go see it, definitely. Yeah. Now we are at our dinner place. Are we late for dinner now? No, we're alright. We got 5 minutes. We got time. So we're going to, how would you say it? Las Iguanas. Las Iguanas. That's where we're going for dinner. Yes, that's where we're going. Oh, I like that. Nice. Oh. Okay, so this is basically a sweet potato and spinach creamy curry that came with spring onion fried rice, sweet plantain, some salsa, curly fries and garlic aioli, Copacabana cauliflower bites, Brazilian spring greens in chili and garlic, and then vegan burrito with guac and salsa and all the yummy stuff. I love that they've done your curry levels. Yeah, so you can like
Well, this is a huge portion.
That's massive, yeah. Is that good? Yeah.
Just the rice, just a plain rice. Yeah.
That rice is amazing.
Oh my gosh, try that. Oh my gosh. Go on, you just get your own.
Yeah, but I don't have a spoon.
Yeah, it's got the sauce. That's amazing.
Oh, really?
That is so good.
Oh, this cauliflower is really soft.
Yeah. Obviously, curly fry with garlic aioli is going to be.
Standard. Is that what you were going to say? Just standard curly fries and aioli.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is really nice. Not too spicy at all, actually. The steak's not too spicy. This is really good.
I don't know if you can hear us, but this is good.
So
this might be
good.
like my best meal out. So like,
I've even like
I
tried
think
my
this
name.
is beat Dover Street for me.
So far, yeah.
Best meal out ever. Oh, that's always the point.
Just like today.
Yeah. Everything else is amazing. That's like me.
That's okay.
I think it would be nice. I'm just gonna put it on my plate.
No, I like that. It's growing on me actually.
Yeah. It's just not as nice as ours.
No.
That's why. Will you try yours, please? Oh, it's really soft though. I don't think you're going to be able to like. Oh, that's not for me. But it's like a. I'm not a massive fan of burritos, so
I love burritos.
you're gonna love it.
Okay.
We've just come out from dinner, but before we talked about the dinner, I wanted to bring up a point that I realised I grossly overlooked.
Well, I mean, that's pretty extreme, but go on.
I had failed to see that the client could become attached to the sex worker.
And wanting, like, the fantasy to be reality,
Yeah.
I guess.
I had missed that, and I had missed the understanding of that. I was just angry on Leo's behalf.
The breach of trust.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's how, because I would have felt the same, and I felt very strongly about that.
But it's quite reasonable from her perspective to want that relationship to continue and flourish and grow,
Yeah.
and to break through boundaries that are there. But I think it covers really well and it touches really well about how, from Leo's perspective, oh that's nice. From Leo's perspective, he enjoys his work and he's passionate about his work, and the feelings that he has in work are real and genuine, and he shares those with his clients in a genuine way. But
That doesn't
it's also
mean-
important that there's like a professional and personal barrier.
Yeah.
You know.
And there is a line and there is a difference. And yeah, that was a very important thing to show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had not seen it from the perspective of the client.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. It's a very difficult one, isn't it?
It's just like I said before. I feel like it was a really moving film, and it really makes you like open your perspective and think about things that you might not from perspectives that you don't normally consider.
Yeah.
Because everyone, I think, most people, we certainly try to be open-minded and considerate, but it's really hard when you haven't walked in other people's shoes.
Yeah.
And I think this film's really good at opening that up and really making you consider some of those things.
I think, and I don't. The thing is, as well, is it like you touched on how
Let's go this way.
it's not unreasonable for them to want the fantasy to be real and for their connection to be special and to break through that barrier.
Yeah.
I get all that. But also, because there is so much stigma around sex work, because it's shameful and because nobody talks about it, as a client, as a service user, unless you're experienced, you don't know where the rules are and the boundaries are necessarily. You don't know where the professional and personal boundaries lie, what's real and what's not.
There's no like...
Yeah, but if you went to a restaurant for the first time, and you've never been to a restaurant before, and you ordered this food, I don't know, say it was like some elite kitchen, and then you went, oh, can I have the recipe for this?
Yeah.
They'd be like,
But, like,
absolutely not.
Even more, like tearing down like the sort of veil a bit more, you could just walk into the kitchen, start cooking,
Yeah,
start
you could
eating.
just-
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that looks nice. Can I try that?
Because with sex work, there isn't a well-established, well-known etiquette between sex worker and client.
Because it's not this. I think, like they say in the film, it should be a public service.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
The fact that it isn't means that everybody's just on guesswork. She'd never done anything like that before in her life.
Absolutely.
She didn't know.
And he did a really good job of making her feel comfortable and
Those people
establishing...
sat
That's alright, keep
No,
going.
but I don't want to talk about like.
Alright, okay. And establishing boundaries and just making everything clear and comfortable. But it's not always as simple as that, is it? For every type of sex worker and for every client to have that one-on-one, hear the ground rules interaction in a comfortable and not patronising or demeaning way.
It's one of those tricky things.
Brilliant film.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all dinner.
Yeah. Dinner, by the way.
I was about to say that.
Dinner was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Delish.
It was like South American style. You've seen it actually.
Ooh.
Look, come here.
Oh. That's it. That's a good shot.